Danny, what are you doing? Hey!
Carrying you across the threshold.
Oh, you're such a romantic. Isn't this beautiful, Oliver? Hmm? Isn't it?
Down, set, hut one, hut two, hut! Where's the autograph? Touchdown!
We'll break for the guys, you know.
For the guys, huh?
Yeah. Come on, Dan, spike it. I can't, guys. I don't do that anymore.
Hey, that was a touchdown, like you always did.
I've just blown the play dead. So instead of carrying our hero off the field, would you gentlemen please carry the last pieces of furniture into the house?
Sorry, Mrs. Evans. We'll get right to it.
I don't know what those idiots were thinking when they cut you, Dan. You can still do the job for them.
Watching the games this year ain't gonna be the same without you playing.
Hey, you. Let's take a walk. I love this bay.
Yeah? Me too.
I remember when you drove me down here on our first date. It was so magical. Wine, cheese, sitting on that rock. Right there where the house is now. You definitely knew how to seduce me.
Now, I seem to recall that being the other way around.
Well, I was never that aggressive on a first date before, you know.
Passion Bay. That's what you call it.
Well, this place brings it out of me. So do you.
Listen, honey, I gotta get to the TV station, you know, first day. Check in, okay? Oliver's already made friends with the seagulls.
He loves it here.
Setting up to work, huh?
I just can't wait to start painting in this house. I just have to keep myself from doing this landscape over and over.
Well, just don't make it one of your surrealistic interpretations. If we can't make the mortgage, at least we got something we can remember the place by.
We'll do fine. The gallery in New York thinks they sold one of my paintings.
Good. So when Steve Rowe finds out I can't give 18 football scores in 14 seconds without tripping all over my tongue, he's probably going to have me covering the Lumberjacks tree pruning contest.
You were just like that for a game. Once you got out in the field, you did great.
What do you think? Brush my hair a little bit more forward here in front?
You're very handsome.
Those damn helmets, you know, they pressed right into there. So what do you think sounds better? Dan Evans, Channel 9 Sports, Dan Evans for Channel 9 Sports, Danny Evans, Dan...
Doesn't matter. Just be yourself.
Yeah. Hey. See ya. And Atlanta beat San Diego 24-17. The Dolphins nipped the Jets 28-27.
Dan?
Green...
Could you try not to use words like nipped when referring to animal teams, like lions, tigers, and bears? It could get a laugh. Go on.
The Vikings ripped Green Bay.
Ripped is fine.
42-10, while the 49ers squeaked by, edged the Rams 21-20. And Murray DeVore, our odds maker, says that Dallas will beat Washington by 3 points in overtime on Monday. How's that for a confident prediction, Judy?
In overtime, yeah.
In overtime.
That was okay, Dan. Oh, really?
Yeah.
It takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Look, we're going to start you off gradually on the air. You know, you do some feature pieces, some interviews, and when you feel right, we'll get you on full time.
Yeah, well, this feels a hell of a lot more right than selling insurance, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Listen, Steve, thanks for the shot, okay?
What are old friends for?
They say that when birds pass on, they rest their heads on their wings so they can sleep forever on a feather. The rocks inside will make it sing.
Bye, Oliver.
Come, I'll make you a cup of tea.
Sorry, I never really did hear your name when you said it.
Thorne Abbott. I've lived across the street up there all my life.
Thank you, Thorne, for everything. The wind chimes are lovely.
Just a little housewarming gift. I never thought I'd want to see another house built on this property. Not after. It does block my view, but.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can come and use our view anytime you want.
Oh, I'm not blaming you. No. No. Besides, it's better to have good neighbors than the best view in the world.
Something in there frightened him.
Such a shame.
I felt it too. The hair on my arm stood on end.
Neptune's sigh. Wind off the bay. This time of the year it gets charged. You touch a doorknob, it's like tiny little bolts of lightning. Animals sensitive to it. Birds especially. Some people.
Honey, is that you?
Julie?
Honey, I'm downstairs. Daddy, I can't open the door.
Try the lock on your side.
There is no lock.
All right, honey, just calm down.
Daddy!
Look, Julie, step away from the door, okay? Hey, what's wrong with you? Hey. You're shaking all over. What happened?
I thought you were here and you weren't, and then the door slammed by itself.
Shh. Honey, look, the door to the deck was open. The wind blew the door shut. It got stuck, that's all. Come on.
I guess I'm on edge.
Yeah.
Honey.
What?
Something awful happened today.
What happened?
Oliver's dead.
Good God, what happened?
I don't know, something frightened him. He started screeching and flying around the room.
Well, what frightened you, baby?
I don't know. The wind or something. I tried to calm him, but he just kept flying into the glass.
Okay.
Hold me, Danny. Hold me. I need you.
I'm right here.
I need you so much.
I'm here.
Don't think about anything. Just feel us. Feel us together. We have to talk about this.
Just got a lot on my mind. It wasn't the right time.
I'm starting to think there's something wrong with me.
It's not you.
Then why did you stop? Why did you pull away? Honey, I'm not trying to pressure you. We love each other. Whatever's bothering you, we can work together to make...
I guess I'm just not, feeling very sexy at this point in my life.
It isn't just sex.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
It's this. Being here. Our first night in the house we always dreamed about. Moon. Sound of the waves. Instead of being close and romantic, we're distant and apart.
Is your idea not pressuring?
Oh, honey, I know how difficult it's been for you since you stopped playing last year. But I don't know, I just think we ought to see somebody.
No. No, we don't need that. was growing up. I was just this nothing little kid. Nobody ever paid any attention to. And then I started playing football, and I wasn't good at it. And then all of a sudden, there were people cheering, and they put my picture in the paper, and all of a sudden, there were beautiful women interested in me.
I never cared about that. I fell in love with you, not a football player.
Playing football is not just what I did. It's who I was. And now all of a sudden it's who I used to be. Don't you understand that?
No. Because you're so much more than that.
No, I am not. I'm not. Not right now. I will be. I know that. I know it. But I'm gonna need a little more time until I can start feeling right again. Okay?
I understand. I do. But what do I do until then? It's so hard wanting to cuddle up to you in the middle of the night. Being afraid you'll pull away from me.
I won't pull away. Just as long as I know that you're not trying to rush things. Hey.
Why did you stop? Honey? Danny? That felt so good.
What?
You loving me. So nice.
I'm asleep. You must have been dreaming.
That wasn't a dream.
All my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though we're here to stay. I can see
way here. Good stuff out of the way.
All right. Oh, beautiful. You do this? Of course I did. You got this?
No, Lawrence caught this.
Right out of the bay.
No, I want a picture instead.
Fine, thank you. This is one housewarming that deserves its name.
Lois! Oh, you? 25 pounds. I've learned to camouflage the rest.
Doesn't she look wonderful?
Wonderful. And you too, you're as handsome as ever.
It's really true. You do have the ocean as your backyard.
Mm-hmm. You don't remember me, Tracy Lynn, but I was holding your mommy's hand the night you were born.
Yeah, I remember.
Thank you.
Come on, let's go see the ocean.
Do I want one like her?
Well, you can borrow her any day you like.
Can I? I'd love to do a portrait. And you too, both of you.
No, I have the one you did of me in college. Let history remember me at 22. But if you want to do one of Tracy...
I missed you. I'm so glad you came.
I am so happy you moved back. I'm going to save so much money on therapy.
Me too.
It's a tough first assignment, but I'd hate to pass up the chance of having you interview the coach who cut you.
Are you kidding? I can ask him questions no reporter in the country could even think of.
Yeah, well, just get the story. Don't get even.
Don't worry. I won't take any cheap shots.
Good. You have to go up to Seattle tomorrow, take a crew, and spend the night there.
No problem.
Lois, do you fantasize?
Pick a category.
Sexual.
Not in church.
Do they ever seem real?
I only wish. Do yours?
I never really fantasize. I mean, really getting into it, but the other night I dreamed that I was being kissed. Sensually.
What?
Intensely. It felt like electricity going right through me. It was so real, I knew that it couldn't be a dream, that it had to be Danny. Being more passionate than he's been in a long time. When I opened my eyes, he was asleep.
The only dreams of mine that seem real are the scary ones.
Oh, Lois, this was scary. And I even lit a candle to set the right mood. I don't remember doing it.
Well, what did he look like, this fantasy lover?
I don't know. I could hardly look Dan in the eye at breakfast.
Oh, don't feel guilty about fantasizing. That's a healthy outlet, believe me.
I suppose. There's a fine line between fantasizing and thinking it's true.
Your beanie, you know that?
I feel good. Seeing everybody, it was college again.
What were you and Steve talking about? You'd go out of town?
Just for one night. Believe this? My first assignment is to interview Richter.
Are you up to that?
Am I ever? You know something? You're the most beautiful woman at the party today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Danny, what happened?
I don't know. Guess I squeezed the wrong thing too hard, huh?
I have some bandages in the bathroom.
That's just a little cut.
Come on, we'll wash it off.
Camp is that 4 of your first-round draft choices may make the squad this year, and that your 8th round may even start at flanker.
Ellis, yeah. He seems to have all the tools. He came to camp with a really great attitude.
How do you answer the critics who accuse you of sacrificing seasoned veterans in favor of younger players that you can mold to your own image?
My responsibility is to field the best team possible. Now, take a player like you, for instance. When you came to camp your first time, you were slow, too small, but you were relentless. You wanted it more than some of the veterans on the team. So your career started and theirs ended. Natural selection, Dan. Football evolution.
With a coach having the power to make or break us.
Can we stop the cameras?
Yeah, let's cut.
Dan, come on, let's have a little talk. Dan, ever since we started, every question leads back to why I cut you. Is that what you really came here for?
I had 2 or 3 good years left.
No. They were all used up. Dan, listen to me. You know, it takes a lot more guts to admit that a certain stage of your life is over than it does to cling on to it, no matter how good you think your hands still may be. Look. Why don't you try using what football taught you? You're a sports reporter now. Be relentless at that. Ask me tough questions. I'll try to avoid them. But don't try living in a scrapbook. Your life is now. Get on with it.
You, want to give me another shot at this TV thing, Coach?
May I help you?
Yes, we're looking for a beautiful, glamorous dress for Tracy here. Something maybe in white lace. I'm going to have my portrait done.
Isn't that lovely? Well, we'll find you a wonderful dress. This was worn by the daughter of an actress on her 10th birthday.
I'm 10 too. Can we buy this one? Where should we put this one?
I'll put this one aside. Oh, this one should be lovely. The panels are an exception. It's handmade in Spain.
Julie? What do you think of this on Tracy? Julie? That's lovely. Can we buy it?
Yes. I'll take this one, too.
Julie, don't you want to try it on?
No. It'll fit. Having fun, Tracy?
First we do the sketch. And color it in. And then we do the painting.
And that means I'll live forever.
Is that what it means?
Yes, there's pictures of my grandma, and even though she's dead, she lives in her paintings.
What's wrong?
Julie, stop that. You're scaring me.
Honey, what's wrong? Who was that you drew?
I don't know who he is. I don't even know how I drew him. I was doing Tracy then. The next thing I know, I was staring into those eyes.
Maybe he's your fantasy. Maybe you just got a little carried away with it.
God, it's cold.
It's not, it's warm.
It was over there.
Oh, nature. I still can't even figure out how lightning works.
Dan Evans, please. Do you know if he's in the hotel? Would you have him call his wife as soon as possible? Thank you.
Julie! Any luck?
It's not too good today.
It's you.
I called you last night. There's no answer. I've got a lot of questions going around in my mind. Like, what this was doing out on the deck. And why you're in bed, naked at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And what that drawing is all about. So before my imagination runs away with itself, why don't you just tell me what's been going on here?
Nothing. I was nervous last night, being alone in the house, and I couldn't sleep, so I went outside and lay down for a while, and then I took a swim.
Nude?
It was dark.
Pretty cold, too, I bet, huh?
How was your night in Seattle?
It was terrific. I think I, resolved a lot of the garbage that's been upsetting me. Is this who's been keeping you warm?
The next thing I knew, I'd drawn him. I wasn't even aware I was doing it.
So this is, obviously somebody you've been thinking a lot about, huh?
Danny, he's just out of my imagination.
This is the kind of man you imagine?
I guess. Honey, it's a fantasy. Everybody fantasizes.
I don't. I close my eyes. I'm not imagining that I'm with somebody else.
Neither am I. I never had to.
Until now, you mean?
Danny, fantasizing is a normal and healthy...
No, I'd say it's a bit obsessive when you can't control whether or not he shows up in your drawings. Listen, I go on the air tonight for the first time, and, I can't deal with this right now. I'm gonna go to the studio. Gotta edit the interview before the, 6 o'clock news.
Wait, please. Can't we just hold each other for a second? Oh, I'm sorry. I know how important tonight is to you. Afterwards, we'll go out. Set the town on fire, okay?
Well, let's wait and see how I do first.
I'd love to be there. Would it be all right for me to come by the studio?
I don't think that'd be a good idea. Not tonight.
struck again last night, and that makes it the 11th
Julie,
burglary in the north
come in.
area.
Lois, is this a good time? Anytime, darling. What's up? Huh? Lois, do you believe in ghosts? I believe Cary Grant and Topper. Come on, you can't seriously
I don't
think-
know. I'm grasping at straws.
Your house is brand new. You're the first ones who've lived there. I mean, how could it be haunted?
It's crazy, but I think I'd be less frightened of the idea of a ghost than of all this being in my mind.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I believe the soul lives on. What happens to it, where it goes? I don't know.
You know, I heard a local girl being interviewed on the radio. She supposedly died and was brought back to life, you know, a minute later. Well, the doctor who saved her, he's studying her now because they say she can communicate with the other side. Why don't we give them a call?
Dad already thinks I'm crazy. I can just see me bringing a medium into the house.
Well, do it when he's not home.
No. I'm sure this is all in my mind. And as soon as Dad and I resolve everything, it'll all go away.
Well, if it doesn't, would you invite me over for a walk on your rocks?
Lois!
And now turning to sports. We have a special feature from the new member on our Channel 9 news team, and he certainly should be familiar to all you Washington football fans. He's number 87, two-time All-Pro, Dan Evans. Great to have you with us.
Judy, it's great to be back on a winning team again. Now, first of all, let me be honest with you folks out there. I was a lot more comfortable running a slant pattern in front of linebackers than I am sitting here in front of these cameras, but I'm here because I love sports and I want to share it with all of you.
relaxed.
So let's get down to it. I flew to Seattle yesterday to interview Bob Richter, the coach who had the good sense to tell me that I would be better off talking about football than continuing to play it. He's a very wise man with a hard-nosed philosophy, as you'll see in my interview with him.
Julie, everything all right?
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
Well, actually, I'm on my way to the airport, nephew's wedding, but I have enough time for a cup of tea. Come in. I heard the architect built your house for himself, ran into financial trouble, had to sell.
Was that the only reason?
As far as I know.
Were there any accidents while it was being built? Anyone hurt or killed?
No. No, went up smooth as could be. Julie, why are you asking me all these questions?
I'm just curious about the history of our house.
Your house is a clean slate. You and Dan, you write your own history.
We will. Well, I better let you get to the airport. Thank you for the tea and the conversation.
You're welcome.
somebody to take care of it. Number 49700.
Mr. Evans?
Yeah.
I'm Dr. Mosher.
Oh,
We're talking
hi.
on the phone.
Yeah, how is she?
Well, she has no physical injuries, but she suffered severe emotional and psychological trauma. I had to sedate her.
Can I see her now?
Of course. I'd like to see you in my office for a few moments first. Mr. Evans, this is Detective Alden. How you doing?
Well, this thing's giving me a wicked headache, you know, but that's not what you mean, right? Please sit down. Let me get right to the point. The man that was killed at your house tonight is Nick Frazier. Creep who's pulled a lot of burglaries in this area. The guy was built like a linebacker, but I'm sure you met enough of those in your day.
You said something about getting to the point.
The point is that this guy got thrown off a second-floor deck over a 4-foot rail and landed on the rocks 20 feet away. Now,
what difference does it make? Guy broke into my house, attacked my wife. He's just lucky he died before I got my hands on him.
all I'm trying to do is fill out a report and turn it in, okay? As far as I'm concerned, your wife could have thrown that creep off the face of the earth. But, and this is what's giving me the headache, your wife says she didn't touch him. Mr. Evans, your wife says that there's a ghost in your house. And that he picked this guy up off the floor and threw him out in the rocks to protect her.
You said she's been through a trauma, right?
I explained to Detective Alden that delusion of this kind is consistent with hysteria, a perfectly normal response to what your wife has been through. I arranged for her to see one of our staff psychologists in the morning.
Okay, I want to see her now.
Yeah, just one more question, Mr. Evans. Could there have been another person in your house tonight, a man perhaps your wife doesn't want you to know about?
The only man with my wife was the scum who attacked her, and the only reason he was there was because you didn't do your job and catch him. You want to get out of my way now? Everything's gonna be all right.
He's in our house.
No, honey. No, there's nobody in our house.
I don't think you should stay too long.
No, don't go.
I'm not going anywhere.
Don't go back to that house.
No, I'm gonna stay here all night. Honey? Can you close your eyes for me? I'll try to get some sleep.
I'm afraid.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
He's pulling me. I can't go back.
Julie, tell me what you think a ghost is.
A soul that refuses to accept that it's dead. I don't know.
Ghosts aren't souls hanging around to wreak havoc on our lives.
It wasn't an illusion.
No? You've already said you'd been fantasizing about a lover.
That's the point. I wasn't fantasizing.
Julie, I promise you there's no ghost in your house. Now, what I want you to do is go home.
No.
It's important that you face your fears.
My fears. The reason I'm afraid to go back there is that part of me wants to go back so badly.
Then that's the fear you have to face.
Saw you on TV last night. You were wonderful.
love you.
I know.
Shrink was right about bringing you back here. Listen, I'm gonna call Steve, okay? I think I ought to stay around here today. You got me on hold. Julie? Julie?
Honey, I don't think you should stay at home with me today.
Why not?
Because you need to go to work, and the doctor said I have to be able to be here without needing to hold your hand.
Well, why don't you come to the station with me? You could,
No, I don't want to be around a lot of people. I feel fine. I think I'll just stay here and relax.
Well, I don't feel right leaving you here by yourself.
Honey, I want to be by myself.
Okay. Yeah, Steve, Dan. Can you hold on a minute? Honey, you sure this is what you want to do?
Mm.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna be coming in. Yeah. Okay. I'll see you later.
Julie, are you all right? Hello. Dan, I went to the hospital, but they wouldn't let me see you. Dan told me everything. Listen, this is Dr. Corset and Karen Hill.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
These are the people I told you about, the ones on the radio.
Do you mind if I look around?
Do.
I asked Mrs. O'Connor not to tell us any details about the presence you feel may be here. I'd rather Karen try to get a sense of it on her own. That way there'll be no question of credibility.
Julie, I knew if I called you first, you might not want them to come. But you've got to find out what's going on in this house.
May I go downstairs? Yes.
You said something?
There's an earthbound soul here. There's something very powerful holding him. It's you, but it isn't. There's confusion. This isn't the house his body died in. There was another house here. Large. Rambling. One of the walls that hold him, was here. There was a large window overlooking the bay. It was an oppressive house. The heart of that house is nearby. This was the heart of the house. A man, a woman, death, fire, consuming but not cleansing,
We have to find out what's holding him here so we can set him free. You're part of this. You have to be with me.
Dr. Corsay, there's something I want you to see. This photo was taken...
He doesn't want us here. He doesn't want anyone here but you. If we can bring him into the physical world, we can make him realize that he doesn't belong here anymore. Oh, he's so afraid. I can feel what he's feeling. Why are you letting yourself be hurt like this? Let go of your human desires. Let go. Let go. Ask him what he wants from you. You're as sensitive to him as I am. Your souls have touched. What do you want? I'm afraid. Your soul is reaching out to him. I can feel it. Let it go. Feels like I'm dying. You aren't. Oh my God. We have to free him from his anguish. Julie, will him to come forth. He's fighting us. No, he's fighting me. Don't resist. Let us see you. He'll only reveal himself to you. Try to find out his name, that helps.
How?
Ask him.
And then what?
Try to set him free.
Julie, do you want me to come back after I've dropped them off?
No, I want to be alone.
All right. But if you want me, I'm home, so just call, okay? Okay.
Let me see you.
Hello?
Dan, what are you doing there?
I live here, Lois.
Where's Julie?
I don't know. I just walked in the door and I got dibs on her.
Would you tell her to call me as soon as she can, all right?
In the morning, Lois. In the morning.
Danny, please. I need to sleep. Hold me. Just hold me. Hold me.
Joey! Julie!
McCarthy here for the interview?
No, we're waiting for him.
How's Julie feeling? She's any better?
I don't know. She wasn't there when I woke up this morning. Been calling all day, no answer.
Sit down.
You know, all those years, all those games on the road, all the other guys hitting on every chick walked into the lobby, I never once cheated on Julie. Nothing. Once.
Julie's a beautiful woman. Why would you want to?
I don't want to. This last year has been the worst in my entire life. And I know I made it miserable on Julie. But right now, just when I'm beginning to get myself back together, just when it could be really great between us, I think I may be losing her.
What are you talking about?
I think she may be seeing another man.
That's not mine.
It was in your basket, man. Do you want it?
Yeah, I'll take it. Sorry, I just had to get out. I went shopping. You should have left a note.
Why didn't you wake me up?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Honey, do you think maybe you could come home?
Julie? Hello? Is he in the house?
Yes, please, listen to me.
Where is he?
It's not what you think. It's a ghost, Daddy, of a man who died in the house that's here
I'm
before
not crazy and I'm not blind.
Please, you have to believe me.
Believe this? Believe that you were dressed that way in front of a fire with a bottle of champagne and a couple of glasses waiting for a ghost named Jonathan.
I know it sounds crazy, but I didn't even know what I was doing when you came in.
What do you think I am? You think I'm an idiot? This has been going on since we moved in here, hasn't it? Hasn't it?
Yes! Ever since that first night when I woke up in bed and I thought you were kissing me and you said I was dreaming. I wasn't dreaming.
Shut up! Shut up. I do not want to listen to any more of this.
Daddy, come out of here! Daddy, come out! That was him. That was him, Daddy.
Julie, there could be 100 explanations for that. That could be an earthquake, a low-flying jet,
And only one that explains what frightened Oliver and why I did that drawing Danny. I'm being seduced by something I don't understand. It's like my soul is being drawn right out of me.
Julie, I'm going to take you back to that psychologist, okay?
No, there's someone else we have to see. You didn't tell me everything.
I'm sorry.
You knew.
No, I thought it had all ended a long time ago.
What?
Come inside. This was taken 4th of July, 1928. Granville Estate. The beacon of North Bay society. Where your house is now.
Well, what happened to it?
Burned to the ground one night in February the following year. This is Judith Granville.
Who's that?
That's her husband, Douglas. She was the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen. Full of life, spirit, but he held her down, possessed her like she was some trophy he'd won. And 6 months after this was taken, there was a scandal. Devastated her, both of them.
What happened?
There were a dozen versions, everybody whispering about how and why. Oh, now, what was his name? All the women, they lusted out. Jonathan Kane, that was his name, Jonathan Kane. He was found dead in Judith Granville's bedroom New Year's Eve. He'd been poisoned.
Was it murder or suicide?
Well, some said she killed him for every reason from blackmail to unrequited love. And then there were those who were sure Doug Granville did it because he thought they were having an affair.
What do you think happened? We don't rightly know. A little over a month later, in the middle of the night, I smelled smoke, ran outside. There was Judith Granville in her nightgown, watching her house go up in flames. Last I ever saw of her.
Is she still alive?
Oh, yeah. She's been living just a few miles from here for the past, well, what is it now? 54 years.
Mrs. Granville? Mrs. Granville, you have some visitors. This is Mr. and Mrs. Evans.
Do I know you?
No. My husband and I live in a house that was built where yours used to be. Across from Thorne Abbott. If you wouldn't mind, we'd like to talk to you about it.
No, I don't wish to talk.
Mrs. Granville, something's been happening to me. And I think it has something to do with what happened to you.
You'll have to leave.
I'm sorry. Please, you'll have to leave.
It's about Jonathan Kane. Oh, please help us.
Where did you find that dress?
I bought it in an antique clothing store.
Antique? No. It's as beautiful as when I first wore it.
This was your dress?
Yes. One of my favorites. Jonathan was passionate about everything he wanted in life. He believed our very souls were one, and that it was only this life which kept us apart. New Year's Eve, as everyone at the party gathered for midnight, he brought a bottle of champagne, 2 glasses. He said we were going to be together for all eternity. He poured the champagne, and then he added poison. I was terrified of death, but I longed to be with Jonathan forever. We touched glasses together and drank. I could taste the poison. I was too cowardly to swallow. I still see the look in Jonathan's eyes as I spat it out. I betrayed him. His love was the only thing in my life worth living for. But I couldn't die with him.
Why have you stayed here all these years?
Because I know if I left here, I'd go back. And I wouldn't have the strength to resist him again. Although so many times I've wondered if I wouldn't have been happier to have died there with him. Don't go back there.
And you can't come any closer to the house than this.
I didn't want to come this close. Still can't believe I let you talk me into bringing you back here.
It'll be all right. I understand what he wants now. Karen said there was confusion and death. Jonathan thinks I'm Judith Granville.
How do you know what he thinks?
I know. Promise me you'll stay in the car.
You think I'm going to let you out?
I have to go inside.
No way. No.
I can communicate with him, make him see that I'm not the one he wants.
You expect me to let you go in there alone after telling me everything that's been going on between you and this...
Dan, I'm going in there to get rid of him. I have to do this not just for him, but for us. If I can release Jonathan Kane, we'll be free of him. If I don't, he'll be with us forever.
And you expect me to just stay here?
Yes. You can't even get close to this house. I saw what he did to that burglar.
What about what he might do to you?
He won't hurt me. Don't worry. It'll all be over soon. The only reason I'm here, Jonathan, is to set you free. I'm not the one you love. Oh, Jonathan. Don't make me feel these things. Let me see you. Jonathan. I'm not Judith Granville. I'm not Judith. Can't you tell? Do you understand? I'm not ready to die.
Julie? Julie, no! Julie, don't! Don't do it. I love you. Come to me. Come to me, Julie. I need you. Julie, look at me. Look at me. I love you.
Jonathan! Jonathan!
Hello?
Mrs. Evans, I'm afraid I have some bad news. Mrs. Granville passed away a few moments ago. Mrs. Evans?
Yes, I'm here.
She didn't suffer. She seemed strangely at peace, as if she had decided to stop living. But before she died, she mentioned your name, and that she hoped that she wasn't too late. Have you any idea what she meant by that?
Yes. She wasn't too late.